Winner bracket final game number 4 in our New Year's Cup Group D. This is the second decision of the day, as Remind is already eliminated in the lower bracket. So who's going to get relegated to the lower bracket facing Happy for the decision, and who is the 7th player in our round of 8? 1-0 from China versus Chaemiko from South Korea. 1-0 with a great semi-final against Happy. For the first time, he defeated the Emperor. Chaemiko with a fairly easy series against Remind. Before we go into this game, thank you to our latest subs, Rusty, Fixie Heart, and Grashuk. And now we are on Northern Isles.
Thank you guys very much. Oh, we have a Draskell sub in chat. Man, nice to see you. I used to watch that a ton in the past. But let's get serious here. Chaemiko, what's he doing? Archmage first? That was to be expected versus the DK. I'm kind of a little sad that 1-0's experimentational days, they seem to be over. For such a long time we saw Lich first, fast expansions, Dreadlord play all over the place. But the last couple of weeks have been completely standard. Which of course is also where 1-0 excels. But we had this theory going on for a while that 1-0 started out playing super standard and then expanded more and more and becoming more inspirational and creative. But his creativity this year so far hasn't been too wild.
True, except the many times mentioned Fire Lord, of course.
Well,
I think
that wasn't quite serious. I think every 2 weeks or so, 1-0 has to get his troll game in. That's kind of like, otherwise he doesn't feel good. Something like that.
So, in my opinion, there's a lot of good humans against Undead. THNP, Fortitude, Sock, Hawk, Thorzane. Chaemiko, not in the top 5 at all. He seems to struggle a lot against this race. So I wonder how competitive this series is going to be. Like, for me, 1-0 is a huge favorite. Also, a favorite viewer of mine is Helbish, because he donated €5 to this channel. Thanks for the great work. Thank you for watching and contributing.
Differing creep route here from 1-0 compared to what we see from Happy mostly. Happy goes for the Claw camp first. 1-0 only goes for the little Murloc camp to be faster in position to harass the expansion. Not in time to take out the Augmenta, uses the coil. That was weird. On the Water Elemental, so then it was on cooldown, so the level 4 Tuskar also easily goes Chaemiko's way. The execution of this one seems a little questionable by the Undead.
Okay, seems to step up his game with a deny on this Acolyte, but the Skeletons can't be denied. He's trying to get some Peasants, but nice juggling so far. There's one more coil for one more kill and one more rod for 2 more Skeletons. But yeah, I do agree. This was a very premature coil on the Water Elemental. And this one as well.
That is a credit to Chaemiko, though. He played around that really, really well. And this is not good for 1-0 at all. With this harass, you are supposed to find level 2. If you don't, you're kind of in trouble.
Forces are under attack.
And he didn't find level 2. Completely out of mana. Pretty low HP as well. First Fiend comes in now. It looks like he went Ziggurat into Fiend. Nowadays, normally we see Fiend into Ziggurat, so you have the first Fiend out earlier to help with last hitting, to help with peasant kills and so on. But I'm not sure. Perhaps I'm just not seeing that right. But super solid early so far by Chaemiko. This early game absolutely goes to the human.
Yeah, and he continues to expand on his advantage. Sentry Ward's gonna be real good. He's pretty safe from a nuke with a parry up, and this expansion is up in like 30 seconds or something. Resources seem to be balanced as well. And the DK is not even level 2.
Oh, and he's looking for the little side run by as well.
Oh,
Chaemiko's playing a really good game over here.
yeah.
40 in the north, scouting for creeping up there as well. Chaemiko is covering all his bases.
Nice right clicks with the Archmage as well. Constantly damaging this DK. He has to run away very soon, especially without an aura. He wants level 2, he gets level 2. But oh, Expo still not finished.
Oh, lumber is super low by Chaemiko. Did he forget to make peasants in the main?
Was a bit better just a minute ago. This arcane tower helps a ton.
12 HP on the expo. Chaemiko, are you serious? Another peasant dies.
Dude, if he loses this one... Okay, finally finishes it.
It was like a perfect early game when the creep camp finished. After that, a few mistakes by Chaemiko. This expansion timing matters. You want to start producing peasants there as quickly as possible. We see 4 peasants queued in the main, 2 at the expo. He notices, oh damn, I'm low on lumber. That's not good.
Give me that wood. Scout footman here, slaughterhouse, lich, late tier 3. Prioritizing the statues for the earlier push towards this expo. And Chaemiko's now distracting / pushing without level 3. Otherwise, he could have maybe gotten that slaughterhouse.
Without footies, probably wouldn't have worked. But he gets a level 3 here now, thanks to those footmen creeping elsewhere. Lich is in. AM does not want to take too much damage here. Nova focus can easily force a TP, and you only have that once. For a long time, at least. Nova secures the last hit. And 1 of mana steal to the DK, but this is actually pretty damn good pressure by the AM, forcing a lot of mana, hurting the fiends. And where are those footymen? Coming in now from the middle. Should have defend at this point. But I think Chaemiko may have skipped it in favor of a faster tech.
Yeah, the tech starts now. Pretty much aligns with the tier 3 of 120. And I guess you're right. I haven't seen the update. But I'm not seeing the pop-ups as the chat does. So maybe that can help us out. But yeah, definitely a recovery for the young undead.
120 here attacking pretty fast. There was a 30 or 33 supply tech. Seems like everyone is inspired by Happy's fast tech nowadays. 120 at the moment, not too scary yet, but once it's 4 fiends, maybe 5 and 2 statues, that is the dangerous point. Chaemiko needs to get ready, and how he gets ready is defend. Finally coming in now. Oh, AM takes a bit of a coil Nova to the face. Parry up of vitality though, helps him out here, not too damaged.
You love this, right? This item.
Undervalued.
Blacksmith getting killed, delays Rifleman, and destroys the SimCity a bit. Makes it so that the fiends can attack the tower a little better.
Defend is finished now, so it should be time to go in. AM comes in from the other side, and oh, Chaemiko looking for the surrounds. We know how good he is with that. Fiends kind of blocking each other the way they do best. There we go. And that's the first big kill.
Okay, follows it up with a Nova on everything. Gets 1 kill out of it, but Chaemiko is looking for more surrounds. A little bit too far spread out.
Chaemiko's getting a little bit greedy here. He's looking for more surrounds, but the footman numbers are pretty low. I think he would be better off just turning on defend.
Oh, 120 again, pausing mid-fight. Is the cat going wild?
I know that feel.
Yeah, but wouldn't you lock her out when you play in a $9,400 tournament? And you have good chances?
I'm pretty sure 120 thinks the cat is more important in the tournament. It's his cat, after all.
Yeah, I don't see the appeal, but you cat guys, you understand each other. Another footman dead at the creeps. Chaemiko could send it there. Blacksmith still not ready, but finally tier 2 and the Mountain King gets trained.
Oh, look at Chaemiko's expansion, by the way. It's double arcane, not guard tower. And I like that. Especially against Pitlord, that can be really good.
Yes.
But Pitlord still has a safe spot to cast Rain of Fire from.
Very rare instant where one player can camp the marketplace for free. Usually a game-deciding creep spot recently. Book of the Dead. No master spell yet. But
oh, that smells like a destroyer bust. There's no guard towers at the expo.
Yeah.
Book of the Dead, double level up.
Yeah. Really?
Form about to finish.
Like, he's creeping really well today. Like, how this all lines up constantly, also in the series against Happy. Oh, another Fiend almost surrounded. Threatens the Archmage with the Coil Nova, who has a potion. Maybe he didn't check it in time. So lots of mana wasted.
Put the parry up on the ground there. Whew. In the middle of all of that. So, it's third hero time. Nope. No Ziggurat. No supply available. MK second is out. Chaemiko still counting the seconds until his tech finally starts kicking in. The workshop a little bit late. Perhaps lumber the issue there once again.
His resources are not balanced now. 1k gold, 200 lumber.
The double arcane is really good though. If the DK just gets in range once, he gets drained really, really heavily.
Also, skeletons just vanish from the face of the earth.
Chaemiko doesn't want to engage in here yet. Ideally, you want to be only forced to engage this army once you have Pally, 1 or 2 knights, and then come in with militia. And tier 3 is about to finish. Paladin will be on the way soon. Gyro's also coming. Chaemiko is still rich.
He was banking quite a bit. No upkeep at all. Same for 1-0. Dearly misses a Pit Lord here. Nice deny. So how fast can he get these Gyrocopter numbers up? Book of the Dead summons to get rid of at least 1 arcane. To be able to dive in deeper, but the Lich is completely depleted. Second tower gone. Destroyer bust is real. And these footmen, they don't have a easy time right now.
Yeah, that's the danger of having low towers. If you don't have the army ready in time, this can very easily be broken. Pally coming, Knights coming, Gyros coming, but Chaemiko needs more time.
Stressful
Needs to
game.
call militia from the main soon as well.
Lich now in the middle of everything. Can easily tank this 1 guard tower. And more farms are falling. If this one falls as well, he's supply stuck. Invest in engaging now, but Web is here webbing all 4 gyros. Destroyers still reign.
And the Knights in the bag, not attacking yet. Finally the Pally comes in, and here come the militia. It seems like this defensive attack, or that doesn't make sense. This defense a little bit discombobulated, not coming in all together.
Discom what?
Discombobulated.
You have to explain that later. Very good focus fire on the gyros. Very good kiting with this. But yeah, how to deal with the Knights is kind of a question so far. The skeletons are fighting with him. Nova is ready now.
Oh, only on 2 footies. That one didn't look too good, honestly. Chaemiko doing his best, trying to force back this army. More Fiends are falling. This one's about to drop as well. 1-0, almost out of mana. Status in the back, trying to do what they can. Destroyers are, however, still alive. Fiends all close to falling. Here comes 1 more coil. That's the last one. This is really close now. 1-0, kiting back further. Could morph 1 more Destroyer. Air superiority is certainly now going to the undead.
Yes. Paladin is out of that fight. Archmage a little bit exposed. Can throw another Holy Light. Yes, there's no Coil Nova, but there's another Coil soon, which could kill something. Now he continuously sends these gyros into the Fiends. Miss Raleigh still on the Archmage, I believe.
And now the peasants once again exposed. Chaemiko, this was his... the push that was supposed to force 1-0 back, but it didn't.
Cost him like 12 supply. 1-0 broke upkeep. Still plays a dual hero. Kind of rare to see. That's a missed coil. Now he can't move back too much. The first destroyer dies. The Fiend in an awkward position. So without this kiting, how well is 1-0 doing?
So far, everything's alive. The Paladin, though, he's gonna die. Didn't look like he was needing that Nova to die, but he did invest it. Lich level 4 now. And also the AM has to run no Holy Light to heal him up anymore, and just not enough damage anymore to deal with these Fiend numbers. 2-0 upgraded, they are very strong. AM looking for everything he can. Gets the solo Fiend kill in the back. That's nice, but doesn't look like it's enough.
It's another coil.
1-0.
One more of them. Lich has a Nova as well. Hello, that was an invitation. No potion, no TP, no staff, nothing. Chaemiko was never able to gather the required resources for the great human tier 3 upgrades. No staff, no orb, no thundering blades, no flag cannons.
And this is the style that Happy played, by the way, when he won WGL. Just dual hero, mass fiends, push, 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 push. And it seems to be working out here so far in game 1. Militia coming in, trying to do their best. But against these fiend numbers, they do die pretty quick. Eats the fiends to Nova the militia. Okay.
Not sure if that's necessary, but definitely flashy.
Oh, 5 DK now. Lich close to 5 as well. This seems to be the death throes here for Chaemiko. GG is called, and 1-0 takes the 3rd map in a row today.
Takes no prisoners, man. He's just unusually straightforward for a round of 16.
Yeah, looking really impressive today. So far, Lawlight, Fly, Focus, and 1-0 looking the best in this tournament, in my opinion. Map 2 will be Amazonia. Chaemiko's pick. Normally a pretty safe expansion, but don't tell Sock that. Sometimes it goes wrong.
Tough grid for Chaemiko now. Down a map against 1-0. If he loses here, then he would face Happy. Not the luckiest draw he got for the round of 16.
Yeah, it is really hard to play this expansion style effectively against these top undeads. And I certainly, I'm going to be honest here, don't have the human knowledge to tell you where you need to improve. But it was shown before most masterfully by Infi that is absolutely playable.
Speaking of...
Whether you want to go into tanks after or Knights Gyros, it can work.
Speaking of human, pretty disastrous tournament for them. TH out, Fortitude out, Infi lower bracket, Sock out. Could be, like, Chaemiko could be the next, and then Infi is the last savior of the alliance.
Yeah, true. The Orcs looking the strongest so far with 3 represented. And it's not Lin among them, which is weird, because Lin didn't take part. If Lin was here, he probably would have gotten through it as well. He was looking pretty good at WGL.
Yeah, I mean, he won it.
He did.
Yeah, if you destroy Happy 3-1, then you are by far the best player in the world. So yeah, early build, Remo specialty.
Yeah, I was thinking, is it perhaps now time to shake things up? Upper bracket, 1-0 lead, looking very strong in game 1. This is 1-0. That's all a lot of very viable points that perhaps we're going to see some shenanigans now. But no, we don't. We don't! It's just Head Fiends.
Straight up.
100% standard play by 1-0.
Maybe got a slap on the wrist from the newbie bosses after Huya. And he has to play serious now. No, it started at Huya already, right? This transition into series 1-0.
Yeah, against Happy he played seriously, but did lose. But he got his revenge today in a very impressive 2-0. Another impressive first map here followed. Could make it a quick 2-0 today, 1-0. 1-0, I would by no means say has been in a slump, but it's been a while since he kept on winning big tournament after big tournament. What was the last one he won? The one in Shanghai, what was it called again? Colosseum Master or something?
Masters Colosseum, yes. The quickest grand final probably ever. 15 minutes, best of 5. The Infi meme stemming from this tournament. Sweet inventory. for the Archmage, +5, and an ensnared footman. That's a nice invitation.
4 units around. He gets it.
Yeah.
Oh, he messes it up again, though. He had it. He had it.
I can just use a coil, no? Oh,
A lot of
another
damage
hit.
on the DK,
That's
though.
a lot of damage on the DK, yeah. Greedy for this footman kill.
Oh my god, he, in the meantime, did surround the AM with the skeletons. But they were also hurt, it didn't really matter. But, you know, 1-0 is showing what he can do. Honestly, that wasn't the best idea, though. Because, again, HP on the DK, very important. Aggressive potential now severely limited for 1-0 in the early. Which Chaemiko is very glad to see. That means expansion should be easy to take. That is a lot of militia. 8 running over. He wants to make damn sure this is working out. Which it will. Unlike Sok, Chaemiko is not skipping the Arcane Tower in the main. Which you probably shouldn't do anymore. Undeads keep on abusing that pretty hard nowadays.
Yeah, it was 1-0, right? In a GCS final against Infi, who was one of the first to finally not stubbornly attack the expansion, but notices, hey, you have like 7 towers at your expo, you have like 1 tower in your main, let's go for the main then, and won the best of 5 because of it.
Yep. Also, yesterday WFZ versus Sok abused that pretty hard.
Yes.
So, AM level 3, that's always a nice thing about AZ. Very easy level 3 for the Archmage. Unlike Northern Isles, for example. Or LR.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, looking for the footies around. Chaemiko, king of surrounds, but no opening there.
No magician yet. This time the resources look a lot better, so he can power build. The peasants are not getting attacked. Nice kind of little siege by Chaemiko here. Still has mana for more water elementals. 1-0 can't really move out, waiting for the Lich. No slaughterhouse yet.
Can he get the Fiend? That should be an easy block for Chaemiko.
Oh! Tunnel
Went for the surround. I think block there would have been the better choice.
Forces are under attack.
But still, keeps on the pressure, does not want to give free experience to 1-0. Another
no
attempt.
coil. There's no coil. Ooh. Bye-bye. Nice stutter stepping by Chaemiko.
Yeah, that was the last shot. And the DK still pretty far away from level 3. But the Lich coming out is going to change things. But this game already looking quite a bit nicer for Chaemiko than the last one.
He had a decent early game last time as well, but yeah, this is way better for sure. Lightning Shield on the Fiend can be used offensively, of course.
I think a big difference here this time is Chaemiko did not stop making peasants in the main. More and more and more and more and more peasants.
Yeah.
And now he's attacking really fast, way before 1-0's tier 3. Nova secures the last hit, but that's a Nova going into the creeps and not into the footies.
Kind of secures level 3 with this, with a little Murloc that you can always take out, or you just use your opponent's units. Triple Waterman at one point, that's kind of the last one here. Not willing to commit the Scroll of the Beast.
Chaemiko's footy numbers are pretty low. You know how I love my footies. In high numbers with the fast expansion. And that's not really the case right now.
Double Rex.
Ooh, is he playing rifles?
Blacksmith coming as well.
Huh! Oh my god,
Ha-ha.
Todd, are you here? Inner fire rifles! It's happening!
This is interesting. This is kind of unique. He does love it. It's not the first time I see him playing this, but the first time in a while for sure.
Yeah.
A player's
Last couple
forces
of
are under attack.
like days especially was all about tanks. Before that it was all about Knights Gyros. It's been a while since we saw a lot of that inner fire rifle play. In my opinion, still the best super late game army, but has some transitional problems. As inner fire is obviously pretty far away. And when you fight against under tier 3 with only rifles and you don't have your tier 3 tech yet, then with Lich, Dark Ranger, rifles can start dying very fast.
Just out of mana already. Okay, now with the level up, getting close to it. Finally a surround sticks, but he opens it up again. Decides to go for another one. Footman dies in the process. Statue is out of that by being down 50%, and he calls his way out. These fiend surrounds don't work.
It's also a lot of mana drain though, and it's a lot of time bought as well. Not too bad for Chaemiko. So what's coming? Do we have rifles? Hell yeah! Double rifle production. Sanctum coming in as well. Mountain King, obviously. So now is a difficult decision for the human. Do I mass on tier 2 and delay my tier 3 power spike? Or do I greedily go to tier 3 to become strong, super strong with that? But do I die if I tech too fast? Always a difficult choice for human, how to transition properly.
It feels a little counterintuitive to play rifles versus fiends because of piercing damage versus medium armor, but in numbers, they still okay for the damage. Long rifles upgrade helping out as well. Damage comes from the Mountain King and mass. Okay, siege starts, but this expansion feels kind of untouched for now.
Repair is starting to come in. We don't have a Pit Lord in here yet, as a tier 3 isn't quite finished, but about to finish right now. Spirit Tower in the main by 1-0, by the way. Perhaps, is that...
Zeppelin
was that
drop.
earlier on tier 2? Was he fearing a push?
I think he's fearing a push slash Zeppelin drop on this map.
But I haven't seen that in forever. Like this footman run by on the way, like when Undead's on the way to tier 3. Oh, MK gets in range for the Stormbolt. DK was not there for the coil. Could have been a kill, but Chaemiko says, okay, I just creep myself. But MK is far, far, far away from the big levels.
Which is close to 3. Yeah, that's good. Mountain King has the boots now. We do love that. And more and more... No, I thought more towers in the base as well, but this is all pretty exposed to air. Of course, the rifles are there to cover that region. Here's the first Stormbolt, but I think the numbers... Did they line up? It's 20 supply lead now with the Dark Ranger, which is nice to deal with the rifles, as you can start a snowball to get a lot of skeletons with the Black Arrow.
And maybe supply lead here for Chaemiko, but it's tons of peasants. It's not really army. Aiming for the Lich. There is a coil. But that was the second to last one, most likely. Oh, statues mismicroed. They're attacking the Fiend. Weren't regenning there for quite a while. Now they are again, but one Fiend still dies. Militia called from the main. I love that.
That's a big Skull of the Beast. +6 can all be dispelled, though.
Full mana for the Destroyer. But the counter Destroyer is ready here already. I love the early armor upgrade on the Rifleman, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Helps a lot. Oh, on the way back, the Nova hurts. One rifle's gonna die.
Pretty much perfect one, but that was also the last one. One Destroyer only can't dispel all the scrolls. He wants these hurt units. That exposes the Lich quite a bit. Nice microbite Chaemiko so far. One rifle dies. Still at 60 though. Now Militia coming in. Are they just fodder? They could summon a lot of skeletons here with right micro.
DK not too much mana, neither does the MK. Dark Ranger far forward, taking heaps of damage. Chaemiko still around 60, 1-0 still around 50. It's been this way for a long time now. Another Fiend does die though.
Yeah.
So might a rifle. MK Stormbolt in 2 seconds. There's another one now.
1-0 to retreat. Oh, or you move a second Destroyer and add some more damage. Level 2 for the Dark Ranger keeps her safe for a bit. Level 4 on the DK, but that shouldn't do too much. Oh,
Stormbolt?
No, it's Aura. Can't heal himself. So it's a TP.
All players' forces are under attack.
Chaemiko holds on.
Chaemiko holds on quite nicely, I would say.
Was scary though. Like if 3 more rifles die there and more skeletons, game can quickly be over.
Thing is, he has 3 production buildings, and with 2 racks, rifle production is really fast.
Yeah, now he's getting adept training for the priest as well. Very important to dispel the skeletons and the silence.
The potion helps, of course, against the hero focus. 4 priests, nice to have, but it's Still tier 2. Like, tier 3 is missing.
I think I like this play by Chaemiko though. Don't tech, just produce, and hold on. And then if you're like at 75 supply and you know you're strong enough, then you can tech.
It's really rare to see such high human numbers at this stage of the game.
If this becomes meta, inner fire rifles, I'm gonna send Todd a tweet.
You love to send some tweets to Todd, right? Like we did in Shanghai.
I honestly don't know what you're talking about.
Where we had, like, I had a couple of cigarettes in my nose.
Ah, yeah. That was good. That was a fun night. Yeah. And we go once again. Oh, Destroyer falls for once. The coil not on time. Micro mistake there by 1-0, especially today, rare to see. As we can see, 1-0 is trying to counter-expand. Chaemiko is looking to see if he can perhaps stop this, and Stormbolt coming in again, the coil too late.
It's like Chaemiko has very good shot here, trying to counter-expand, but it's already harassed. Feels like the only thing that can really do something is Nova and then the initial follow-up. Oh, Lightning Shield, nice. He has to split the Fiends against it, but like this, it's tons and tons of damage. And another Destroyer falls.
Look at those rifles! Todd, look how strong they are!
Misses another coil. And that's a dead, oh, almost dead DK. Hey! 5 HP, ladies and gentlemen.
The 2-attack upgrade rifles, even without inner fire, are pretty damn strong here. To be fair, 1-0 missed a lot of coils right there. There was like 3 missed coils in a row or something. If those land, this can look very differently. But expansion cancelled. And now, Chaemiko at 70 supply, 78. Now it's time to tech, I think.
Should be a walk in the park from here, but never underestimate the Necromancer. Level 3 Dark Ranger. Levels are really good, like 4-4-3. Abominations must help soon. Disease Cloud not on the way though. Definitely lacking that. The sheer numbers game in favor of the Korean.
Oh, that Creepjack as well. We have level 2 Stormbolt now. MK positioning this whole time has been excellent, by the way. 4 priests, the rest is rifles. Pretty much the perfect human army. Only thing missing is a paladin. And in the fire.
We're waiting for the Stormbolt, we're waiting for the Novas. Oh, that coil was sweet! Also that Nova units fall, but of course the way better trade for Chaemiko once again. Amazing concave. And the Dark Ranger Snowball, it can't be started really. That was a
little bit of trouble there. The coil was in time, but the numbers are just dropping for 1-0. The DPS by Chaemiko's armor is insane at this point. He's losing a few units, yes, but he's always trading them. And that's always favoring him with the expansion. And now the tier 3 tech is coming in. I like that. That could be the nail in the coffin here for 1-0.
With his back against the wall for a long time. Usually you want to play it like Northern Isles and threaten this expansion and force Invocation, a weird moment, and force more repair costs. This didn't happen because of the double barracks play, which was really nice. Lich is forced to sacrifice another Fiend for mana. The Lich is his savior, I guess. Like, if something can save 1-0, then it's a very strong Lich.
Okay, if he gets to 5, it's going to be tremendous damage. This rifle pullback micro, this kiting is really good by Chaemiko. He's so like, fast all the time.
Even if he loses that rifle, the DK is diving so deep for it that he loses like, what, 20% HP or something? Same for the Lich, like he's in the middle of everything.
Exactly. If 1-0 dies for those kills, especially the Fiends, are easy kills after. The heroes are still hard to take out. But the Fiends, as long as they're Stormbolt mana, die very fast. MK out of mana for now, that's the saving grace for 1-0. His mana sustain from the status in the back is pretty good. I was a little bit worried for Chaemiko that he might overextend here, but no, he's fine. He's still at 75 supply, patiently waiting for his tier 3 to finish.
He has another Stormbolt now, which is a guaranteed kill once more. He's level 5 Archmage. Is it level 3 Aura? No. See this more and more. But with a limited number of destroyers, that is understandable. Tech is finished, right? Yes. You have to invest Coil and Nova to get one rifle kill. On the other side, it's one Stormbolt for a Fiend kill. Inner Fire, cute.
I think I would have preferred to see level 3 aura, by the way. Water Elemental is okay. But
Yes.
I think it's all about having enough Stormbolts and soon Holy Light.
And soon Inner Fire. I definitely agree. But it's not as bad as it is against like Mass Shaman, for example, or a Happy Destroyer play.
Yeah, the Water Elements have a lot of value here, honestly, because playing Destroyers is a bad idea to get these Mass Rifles.
A player's
Absolutely.
forces are under attack.
We even have a workshop. Here's Inner Fire. Here's the Paladin. Chaemiko owning this shop, by the way. We haven't talked about this, I guess. Heal Scrolls, Invo Potion, and especially since the Lich is approaching level 5 rather rapidly with the... Okay, there's nothing to creep, so he's approaching level 5. But having 2 Heal Scrolls here already... Sweet. Real sweet.
Oh, that's a ballsy play, 1-0. Do you really want to go for that red camp?
We've seen this fail before today.
Chaemiko's just posturing, doesn't want to give him the red cap for free. He's waiting for the Pally, who is finished now. Surprised? You don't have a shop in the main for staff and such. Oh, Lich getting focused. Chaemiko's going in somewhat early. Oh, the priest controls so quick. Chaemiko knows the priests are going to get focused, pulled them back preemptively before the Nova, and again the Fiend super exposed. These two Fiends 100% dead.
Yep.
First kill doesn't even require a Stormbolt. The next one does. And 1-0's forces are just falling apart.
Burn through 2 Heal Scrolls here. There's one more Nova soon, I guess. But yeah, it's just not happening. Another Fiend about to die. But most of the army is just statues and they don't do damage. Holy Light follow-up. No TP, no potion. Oh, scratch that. I guess Coil's long range, but that misses as well. How did he survive that Holy Light? Unholy Aura, pretty good.
Regen. But 1-0, that's 36 versus 72. Literally double the supply, and the Lich now dead. Coil misses again. GG called by 1-0.
Dude, I would
Inner
love...
Fire Rifles prevail.
How many coils did he miss in that game? 7, 8,
Yeah.
10?
Especially at the natural, it was way too many.
That is like more usual for 1-0 than it is for Happy, but that is not something that happens too often.
And the really nice thing about this style is also, once you do have the big army with the necessary priest numbers, Dark Ranger is pretty bad. The silence on the MK gets dispelled. The skeletons, once they raise, get double dispelled and killed instantly as well. She really doesn't do much. Against that style, as Chad is pointing out, Crypt Lord is really good, but 1-0 started with the idea of trying to break the expansion, and for that, Crypt Lord is awful. So, yeah, this was working out really nicely for Chaemiko, making this a close series.
I didn't expect this at all. I thought we go for a full-out 2-0.
Yeah. The key thing here, by the way, was the 60 supply fights. The fact that Chaemiko survived there. Most humans would die, but Chaemiko microed his rifles really quick. Super fast reaction speed kiting by him, which you need against that.
So I wonder how 1-0 approaches this now, knowing that there's a second tactic in Chaemiko's playbook. Harder to judge what's happening now. It is Concealed Hill, Amazonia. It's always a nice human map, I guess, with that expansion that lasts for so long. It's gonna be different on CH.
Absolutely. But rifles can be played on any map. Expanded can be on any map, but this is one of the harder ones.
Yeah, no disease cloud, right? That hurt as well. But I think he couldn't really afford it with so many losses.
Yeah, also it's a really double-edged sword to go for A-bombs. Because if you just go one A-bomb, that one dies instantly. It gets Stormbolted focused, it eats a coil, the next focus comes in, and it still dies before this stun wears off.
Yeah.
When the rifle numbers get to 70 supply with 2 attack upgrades. So honestly, one A-bomb can't even spread much disease. So you need like 3 to properly spread it. Or, in a really wild in a really wild universe, you could play Meat Wagon, which might not even be bad, but it's like nobody ever does it.
It should be really exposed as well with water elementals.
Normally, if you control it well, it's always standing behind the fiends. It has a level 2 aura to be speedy.
Well, I guess we won't see it, but maybe we'll see it down the road in the next couple of weeks. Game 3, Decision. It would be a monumental upset. What?
Oh, Todd is here, by the way. Todd, hey man, nice to have you here. We were talking about inner fire rifles. Maybe you can join in.
Do you have to trigger him right away?
I wasn't triggering him. I said we were talking about inner fire rifles.
Okay.
And he teased me about that a couple of days ago on Twitter, by the way. So.
Oh, okay. Maybe I didn't catch that. Decision time. As I said, it would be a monumental surprise if Chaemiko beats him 2-1. There were quite some flaws in 1-2-0's play. He couldn't really attack his expansion. The double racks rifles worked flawlessly. On map 1, though, 1-2-0 looked like a dominator that he's supposed to be. What is going to be game 3? Let's see.
So it's pretty much very predictable what's going to happen until tier 3. Chaemiko's going to expand. What is it going to push? Try to damage as much as he can. But then the first big mind game of this map comes in. Is Chaemiko going to play rifles again? And does 1-0 think that? And if he does, what's his counter going to be? This is going to be the most interesting thing for me here to look out for. But that's not the only thing you can think of if you're playing the game. You have to take it one step at a time. Especially important on a map like this for Chaemiko early on, because this is not an easy expansion, guys. This is lots of gnolls, lots of damage, lots of poison, lots of issues. Something that 1-0 may want to abuse, and most likely will try to abuse.
Yeah, his harass needs to be way better, though, than it was on AZ. It is easier, but pretty flawless creep by Chaemiko there. No surprise Mountain King. Chaemiko would be, like, for him, kind of like... If there would be one player to do it, it's either Yumiko or Chaemiko. It has to do with the eco.
A player's forces are under attack.
But so far, everything standard.
1-0 starting off with the standard ogre creep as well. And the footy being sent in. This is the sacrificial footman. Oftentimes, if the undead commits to killing that footy, that's fine, because it takes so much time. And so it's oftentimes not even worth it. So the footy can come in for a bit of light harass, and every point of damage matters. Chaemiko going ogres into green, into expo. That is the standard creep route, which should leave plenty of time for the DK to arrive quick enough to look for that harass.
Again, a mental of intelligence for this Archmage. Second time in a row. Very helpful. Nice scouting by Chaemiko with the footman. Should be ready for this. Chaemiko made sure to get level 2 before going for the natural.
1-0's Fiend, by the way, this is extremely nitpicky. I don't want to really call this criticism, but it's 6 seconds late. I'm going to take a look if that's going to be impactful, which it might be. Anyways, Expo creep being set up. Where are the militia? Not coming yet. Chaemiko's taking his time. He wants to make damn sure. This is going to be like 8 peasants again, probably. 8
so.
militia.
Also making sure that the DK will not be level 2. Destroys the skeletons right away. Thank you, Patrick Swayze Express, for the 16-month resub. Once again, cheers for casts. Once again, cheers for the sub. So here we go.
So 8 militia. Militia. And 6 footies. Oh, Chaemiko's doing it with militia only, and the footies and the AM deal with the DK. That's cool.
If it works, it is, yes. DK, will he snipe the water elementals again, or does he wait for the bigger targets?
Gets one peasant. In the back, there's a null warden up for grabs, but he wants the big boy.
Ooh.
AM almost level 3, even if he doesn't get the big creep with the skeletons, he gets it.
2 peasants died?
Yep. Came with 8, left with 6. They're all hurt though, thanks to the poison.
Are under attack.
And the Null Overseer is still angry at them. Skeletons as well. 1 more dead, but 5 still remaining. This is calculated so far with the DK. How many rods? Oh, 2.
Wait, did he have backpack? Ah, he did. He brought new
he
rods.
dodges the coil by moving the worker into the gold mine. Sweet, sweet, sweet play.
So AM gets pretty much the whole camp. DK is still level 2. Lord of the Rings game right here, by the way. Triple ring so far. Expansion is pretty late though. Like, not too many peasants died, but this was a big delay. As we can see, the Lich is coming up, and the expansion is far from done.
Also the slaughterhouse in production already. And skirmishes.
Chaemiko needs to make sure to keep on making peasants in the main. He did. So he's got good lumber, so he can start teching pretty much once his expansion is finished.
Lumber Miller as well, to make sure he gets that in.
Players' forces are under
Archmage is
attack.
level 3. DK only level 2. That needs some attention.
Typical Infi play would here to be creeping up more and more for level 4. But Chaemiko likes to be more aggressive with a level 3 AM. Got some Fiend kills with that earlier. Really nice split, by the way. 2 footies at the expansion, dealing with 1 or 2 stray skeletons. And the AM, the rest of the footies, harassing. But it's only 4 footies here. That's really not a lot of stuff you can do with
Players'
those.
forces are under attack.
He denied a little. Chaemiko could start mining now, realizes it. And the tower is ready. Wonder if he goes for double arcane again. And the tech starts. Exactly as you said. 1-0 on the way down. Can he intercept some reinforcements? I doubt it.
Defense coming in now by Chaemiko. A little bit late, but should still be in time. He's not committing yet. He's just poking, he's distracting, he's being annoying. Trying to buy time until the defense is finished, and then we'll have a better answer to this Fiend push. Chaemiko is kind of aggressively positioned. Could think about a run by into the main, maybe, but he is falling back further towards the south, so seems like that's not going to be his plan. At the shop. Time for boots, maybe?
Yes. Especially great for Mountain King. But we have the statue now, finally. Footies are not here to repair yet.
A player's forces are under
How
attack.
willing is he to commit? Chaemiko is playing a nice distraction game. Like, how long did he prevent the push towards the expo?
Yep. Really solid so far by Chaemiko. Only thing problematic is the footman numbers. They are pretty low. Oh, footies around. Oh, nicely gets it really fast from the Fiend. Chaemiko rarely misses those. And opens it up. But he closes it again. He makes up for his mistake. Kind of.
Needs to make sure the tower doesn't get the last hit. That was close, I guess.
Yep.
Nova on this
And
Archmage. Can't get out.
Players' forces are under attack.
And this is a pretty easy pushback so far for Chaemiko. Oh, he gets another surround!
Uh-oh.
Not looking well enough at his Fiends.
I guess
Oof, down.
all the undead fans have to start to worry about this undead right here. The former undead king is in trouble. Like, where's the damage? And almost another one. He threatens another one for sure.
Really good play. Outstanding play by Chaemiko. He's coming alive more and more in this series, as it seems. By the way, no double racks. Seems like no rifles this time. Chaemiko about to reach tier 2, and then the MK comes in, and that is kind of where things get easier.
Another big undead power spike is coming as well with the tier 3, of course. It's still not level 3 for 1-0.
Siege.
Still no. That's 9 minutes. That
Sanctum
hurt.
coming instantly for Chaemiko, taking to tier 3 as well. This is what we see most of the time nowadays. Last building he's missing is a workshop. And if he keeps all this production alive and his base as well,
Players' forces are under
this is
attack.
looking pretty solid for Chaemiko. And here comes the workshop in the main as well. Love this play.
Well
Super
prepared.
solid game by Chaemiko.
Yeah. He's well prepared for pretty much everything that can happen. Even denies the water elemental. Very, very good last hit game by Chaemiko so far. Trades out the footman for more time.
I also love how well he's playing both these styles. When you go into rifle, you want to hunker down and defend and fight and micro as crazy as you can, trying to keep your units alive. And if you're going tier 3, you're trying to be disruptive, annoying, footies coming in here, AM on the other side, running around with the boots, threatening the statues, and buying time for the tier 3. And Chaemiko is playing both these styles really, really well now.
Yeah. Pretty much every decision on this map has made a lot of sense. Steals the invul now. Like, the fights were always like 10, 15, 20 meters away from his expansion.
Forces are under attack.
So there was no damage to it after the initial one.
1-0 perhaps a little bit indecisive. He keeps on chasing this army where his only kill potential is on footman, which doesn't matter that much anymore now. And it seems like the undead is just getting almost toyed with. Like,
yeah.
Chaemiko is like, yeah, follow me up north. That's
Yeah.
a great idea. I'm over here.
He has him on a leash.
You can kill my footman. It's a great investment of your time. Do it.
So, he's finally moving away from fighting. He finally focuses on his levels. Does he know how well protected the main is? There's only one guard.
Oh yeah, that could be super easily broken. But it's no longer the time where 2 destroyers in the main finish the game, because tier 3 is finished, gyros are coming, knights will be coming, pally's on the way. It's looking really great for Chaemiko now. Oh, and snare on the destroyer! The DK's around for the coil.
Still, costs mana that you really don't want to spend.
A player's forces are under attack.
Nova. Finally level 3 Lich. Okay, we're getting the necessary levels. 1-0. Do you play a double hero again? Or will we see a Pit Lord? Or will we see a Dark Ranger? Wait. The statue gets blocked in the main. Needs to be morphed. One more mistakes. Pit Lord
Pally's about to come out, and there wasn't even any real pressure towards the expansion. This is a dream game. Oh, the Pally's not gonna have a dreamy day, though. Force into the Divine Shield first.
That's quite bad.
Yeah. But Altar's gonna fall, so maybe it is the better choice. Chaemiko, though, 66 supply. Has some time, perhaps, to engage. Another knight comes out, and now it's time to go in. Try to hold this push. MK moving forward. Call to arms being used as well. Mass militia on the move. Paladin getting focused. He is still alive a little bit longer. Has Divine Shield to use. Not doing it.
There we
Rain
go.
of Fire comes in. The Pit Lord's actually surrounded there, if I see that right. And the coil is on cooldown. DK just used it, so this Pit Lord should absolutely be falling. Hell yeah, with all that normal damage. And Chaemiko is pushing 1-0 back further and further.
A flood of things, and the Lich getting surrounded as well. Can he somehow transfer the TP? Looks like it. There we go. But the big push prevented again. Mass murder here. The Paladin survives, actually, and can now be crept to level 2. The Destroyer is still in this. Could get the kill, but no. There's the Staff of Sanctuary, saving the third hero. Masterful defense.
A player's forces are under
Yeah, this
attack.
is...
We're getting so close to a major upset here.
This is textbook human play. This is so good. If there was a human 101, this would be in that course. This is exactly how you're supposed to play against Undead. Of course, few mistakes from 1-0 in this game, we have to be honest.
Another Fiend falls. How's the mana looking? For MC Hammer, looking good, looking real good. He surrounds with the Knights, and he can't get out. No TP this time. Bye-bye, Lich. MK level 2, even more mana for the next bowl. Pit Lord is back, okay, but what does he do in an open fight? Not too much. Wow. This
How
is
many
so good.
surrounds did Chaemiko get this game?
6?
Unbelievable. And all really impactful ones as well.
Knights just destroy Fiends if they get close to them. 1-0 is not really moving them back anymore.
A player's forces
Chaemiko
are
lost a
under
few units
attack.
there himself, especially Gyro. Still are dying
Yes.
pretty quick. Paladin really wants that level 2. He's feeling kind of awkward right now. He's like a very selfless hero. Only Divine Shield at the moment.
What a selfish guy, huh? All I care about is myself.
Even takes the bloodlust from the creeps now. Unbelievable.
He has no siblings, that's for sure. Just like you, Remo.
I'm not a selfish guy. Well, maybe a little bit.
Nah, it's fine.
Player's forces are under attack.
Chaemiko still missing the high levels on MK and Pally. But if they both get to level 3, this is pretty much the checklist complete for his game plan. Prioritizes level 3 Pally over level 3 MK. Not many humans do this. Interesting.
I wonder if Chaemiko calculates this right. Okay, the gyros have to get back. I can't do it alone, friends. Back me up.
Hoping for that aura.
Player's
Huh?
forces are
Rope
under
also good.
Robe on the other side as well. Lich has not the best damage, but level
Oh,
4.
look, a +4 item from the red camp.
Yeah, we get more and more of these. I mean, for the pit lord, it's really good. But yeah, of course, not as good as an aura. But still good.
1-0's levels are looking very strong though. 4-4-2, about to be 5-4-2.
player's forces are
5-4-3 actually.
Heal scroll invul on the human side. Gyros scouting. Pit lord level 3 goes for Rain of Fire again. Pendant of Energy. Scroll of the Beast. Will of course be stolen, should be sold. But yeah, we do have that big level up. Hero kill. Always a way for undead to come back. But there is Holy Light, there is an Invul Potion, there is a TP, there's a tanky MK. With also an Invul Potion, this seems bulletproof.
Especially the Fiend numbers are low. Destroyers are pretty high numbers though. Once again, Gyros, not too many on the field. We saw that yesterday already. Sure, the B is coming in here as well from 1-0. There's no dispel against that. Gyros dying quick, but so is the Pit Lord once again. Gets the coil. Heal potion as well, but it might still not be enough. He's taking so much damage. He's about to die. Invul potion. That finally will keep him safe, at least for a little while. There was a lot of commitment to this Pit Lord that didn't work out for Chaemiko. Is he gonna get punished for that? Looks like no. His army is just too big. Looking for the next Stormbolt surround. He does get it. Here comes the coil, but this can perhaps be the kill now finally. Well, he is pretty tanky still. There is more coils to be used. Chaemiko, perhaps he really is overcommitting to this hero.
The Destroyer is dead, the second last one. Water Elementals have a reason to be on the battlefield again. Divine Shield used, Stormbolt on that Fiend, takes it out. Still no level 5 Archmage. What a crazy battle here. 1-0 down to 50 supply. Chaemiko. Oh boy! There was a hole in the Kevlar vest. And he goes right through. Archmage gone. Can he get the revenge kill? No more mana after this one. He has unlimited coils as it seems.
Oh no, Chaemiko. No, Chaemiko, is this where it all falls apart?
Archmage gone. If you get the DK surround, there's no TP. Far away from a tavern. Divine Shield again. TP out. Oh, another Night Falls. What a turnaround. One opening. One mistake. One coil nova.
Well, it was 2 mistakes. One, the gyro numbers were too low. And secondly, there was a serious overcommitment to that Pit Lord.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, that hurts.
He has
This
no
was
he has no altar, by the way.
has no altar. Still didn't remake it. Oh.
Nope.
Oh. Oh, dude, he just lost all momentum. All momentum.
Falls flat on his face. Archmage back. That was incredibly expensive.
But with this nice gyro style, you need a lot of supply. You need like 70, ideally more. And he doesn't have that supply anymore. Main base is not mining for too much longer. A small thing, by the way. The main for Chaemiko has only been mining with 4 for a long time now. That's 1,000 gold difference, even more now. Some of that was the militia usage. Not many mistakes by Chaemiko, but a few are in here, and it's heartbreaking the way he's getting punished for those.
So close to this big upset. 5.3 DK. Close to 5 Lich. 4 Pit Lord. Cleave level 2. Nice to have.
Yeah, you know what I suggested once?
Hmm?
Super late game, buy parry up on the AM. Would have been pretty good in this game.
Yeah, but I mean, if their staffs, there was a potion. He had an invul potion
Yeah.
and holy light.
So Chaemiko's back to 70 supply. Again, only 5 gyros though.
And no flag cannon. I noticed this during the fight. Like, no AoE against 3 destroyers hurts. So yeah, maybe, as you said, more than one mistake, but the one crucial mistake that broke him in half, I guess, was the Archmage loss. But it does add up. 3 destroyers.
So what's he focusing on this time? Probably not the Pit Lord. Stormbolt on the Lich again. You're not gonna kill that, you know. Oh, Coil misses, I think.
Yes,
Did
the
not
Lich
do it
is
well.
still hurt. Has an invul though. Uses it. Mountain King down to 50%. There's nice rain of fire. Oh boy, does he burn these gyros in the air.
DK, close to a Stormbolt surround, but squeezes his way out of there.
Stormbolt.
Lich now getting focused. Stormbolt coming in. Holy Light not yet. Looking for the surround again. Misses the surround.
More mistakes. Nova on this night. Nice. Coil arrives in time. Everything's burning. 54 supply. TP out. 120 has the expo up.
But again, what was that? Why is he attacking the Lich in the back with Frost Armor? He has to run past the entire undead army to try to get that surround. And he had the invul, like...
He focused everything once.
Oh, this... Yeah, Chaemiko's, you're right, starting to make more and more mistakes. Is it the nerves?
Feels like it's kind of rare that he's close to those breakout performances.
Okay, finally we have some gyros queued in here. And finally flag cannons, my goodness.
We have a tank as well.
He forgot about that, by the way. That's
Yes.
unfortunate.
Main gold mine, 600 gold left. For 120, it's empty. So we're back to 2 base, 1 base for a little while.
I didn't even notice in the fight, by the way, with the gyros standing in the rain of fire.
It's a lot of damage, man.
No, that was a question. Were they standing in?
Yes.
That's something that Infi did very well. That's how you feel it happy. He always, like, he baited the rain of fire and then instantly moved the gyros out. Infi barely ever looked for hero kills.
I feel like you can't do that.
But it's a big push once again by Chaemiko.
One
But he's
invul
coming north without a TP. He could get one at the shop.
Here's
And a tank,
one.
by the way.
2-1 on the knights, 2-1 on the flying machines. Another invul potion. Is it enough gyros? I don't feel it's the case. Flag cannons now! 23 minutes in.
6 gyros. It's not enough.
No,
It's not enough.
we don't have barrage on these siege engines.
You should probably deny some peasants and make more gyros.
A player's forces are under
That
attack.
tank seems to be getting sacrificed.
No sense, really.
Alright, this is it. Big militia push from the main. This is probably the last big push that Chaemiko has. Oh, he changes his mind. He sends him back.
Waiting for what? Thank you, Hirsch Bimbo, for the 38-month resub. 120 now. Aggressive. Knife between his teeth.
Pally eats the Nova, but he has the Divine Shield, of course.
It's a little bit of mana. No level 3 Brilliance Aura yet. Number of gyros up to 9.
Alright, that's better. But it's 9 supply gyros versus 20 supply destroyers. Still doesn't look too good.
Who
But
has
alright,
mana
here we go.
now. Donates the water elemental, flying into the fiends. He needs the AoE, but okay, moves him out of the rain of fire now. Can he get air superiority for once? DK in focus, down to 50%. He has no TP to get out of there. He needs to eat something, but I don't think he has that spell. Invo potion transferred last second, and he executes that paladin. So sick. Destroyers are falling slowly but steady. He's on the hunt for this DK, and he falls as well. Level 4 MK on the prowl now. Mass mana to use. Archmage at the shop needs another Invo, but I think they're out of stock. Yes. Oh no, he gets one.
Stormball's coming in over and over, leading to Momo kills. The AM in trouble as well. Has the invul, has to use it.
Oh my god, he surrounds the Dreadlord, Cryptlord, Pitlord once again. Gets him down, no DK to save him. He executes a Knight, Archmage out of this fight. Second hero down. Can he kill that Lich now and put a nail in this coffin? 60 supply versus 42. The surround again, what a typical end to this game. Archmage, new kill. Lich level 6, but can't get out. Mountain King, last man standing.
One single hero left on level 5, but that's it. 1-0 calls for the
My
GG,
God.
and Chaemiko makes it out of this group in first place.
Unbelievable. Despite this gigantic mistake, never gave up, never crumbled, pushed 2 or 3 times more, and at one point it was enough. The hero focus finally worked, and 1-0, no items on this DK, and in all that chaos that ensued, Chaemiko realizing this while moving the ground armies, while moving the gyros out of that rain of fire, it identifying there's nothing on the DK, and going for it. That was the big play.
Yeah, I think he may have had a good chance to win that last fight if he just went for the units, but alright, does the hero kill thing again. This time it works out. He almost threw the game away with that, focusing on the Pitlord the way he did, but Chaemiko played the early so well and defended, and he got his tech rolling so magnificently, playing such a good defensive game for so long, that it was still okay. But yeah, that was a little bit shaky towards the end.
Yes.
That was a perfect game turning into a very imperfect game rather quick. But still, all in all, very, very well played by Chaemiko. Absolutely.
He is the 7th player in the round of 8, the 4th Korean, I think, or even more. Let me look that up real quick here on Wikipedia. Thanks to everyone who helps to fill this encyclopedia of Warcraft. So we have Lolite, So in Focus Moon, the 5th Korean. China looking weak with Fly and Infi in a group full of Chinese. Last Chinese hope for the 3rd spot is 1-0. We get our rematch. The 2 best undeads on the planet clash again. Earlier today, 1-0 was able to defeat Happy for the very first time in a series. Can he make it twice? Or will Happy slap back? Let's see about that. That's our next match. Congrats to Chaemiko. One of his best performances ever after WGL round of 8 in summer. This is a pretty hyped last game. Who's going to be the final player to join these 7 warriors? It is an undead. One from Russia or one from China. Hype. See you in a bit.